Satsankalpa.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now that part of the program where we are going to honor our distinguished chief guest of the day. This is introduction for Shri Piyush Singh, Honorable Consul, Press, Information and Culture with Consulate General of India, New York. Mr. Piyush Singh is a career diplomat, IFS cadre, and a member of the Indian Foreign Service, having joined in 2016. He assumed the charge as Consul, Press, Information and Culture at the Consulate General of India, New York, in May 2025. But prior to his current assignment, Mr. Singh served as Deputy Secretary in the Economic Diplomacy Division of the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi. And prior to that, he also had previously served at Indian missions in Spain and Equatorial Guinea, contributing to the advancement of India's relations with both those countries. Mr. Singh hails from Varanasi district in Uttar Pradesh, holding a master's degree from Business Administration discipline. And prior to joining the diplomatic service, he worked in the private sector. Mr. Singh has a keen interest in issues related to sustainable development and cares very much about the environment. He's married to Mrs. Pushpanjali Lata, and the couple have a daughter, Naira. We are honored to have you here, sir, as the chief guest today. You've been very patient in helping us felicitate all our Guru Smruti Puraskar awardees one by one. We know your time is very precious, so we just had to alter a little bit of the program, but I'm sure we'd love to have the felicitations underway. So let's have some Mangalavadhyam, and I'd like to call upon our Pujya Guruji Talapaka Garu, Sridhar Garu, and Padma Sridhar Garu to do the felicitations to the chief guest of the day, Piyush Singh ji. A big round of applause, please, to the career diplomat, Piyush Singh ji. Indian Foreign Services cadre. Salutations, sir. Satsankalpa Foundation is honored to have time and again representation from the Consul General of India, New York, to have their participation, time, and wisdom. And I would now request Piyush Singh ji to address the gathering.
Namaste, and very good afternoon to distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. It is a real honor to be here with all of you at the third Sankalpa event. I thank for the organizer for inviting me and creating this space where we can come together as a community to reflect, reconnect, and celebrate the value and shape us. I first of all wants to congratulate the recipient of award and for the distinguished work they are doing for the Sanatana Dharma. Let me begin by extending warm greeting on behalf of Consul General of India in New York. We are proud of the vibrant and diverse Indian American community in this region and deeply appreciate your role in strengthening the culture and the people-to-people ties between India and United States. Our gathering today reflects something has always been central to Indian civilization, which is community. The value and the teaching that many of us grew up with the respect of elder, a spirit of inquiry, the importance of family, compassion for other, and the emphasis of learning continue to hold meaning even as we live and work in very different contexts here in the United States. Indian thoughts has always encouraged reflection and balance, not only going through the scripture or text, but through the life experience of generation. It teaches to lead a life that is thoughtful, ethical, connected, and with our inner self and with world around us. In the fast-changing and often busy world, these values are quite instant. They give us a way to stay grounded, to respond with grace, and to treat others with dignity. And perhaps the most importantly, they give us a sense of continuity, something we can pass on to our children, not only through word, but through the way we live. As a member of Indian diaspora, you all carry a dual responsibility, both to the country we live in and the country we come from. Here in the United States, the Indian American community has made a remarkable contribution across sectors from science, technology, business, education, healthcare, public service. But along with side professional success, we are also known for a strong family value, civic engagement, and a spirit of giving back. These are the strengths we should continue to nurture. At the same time, our emotional and cultural ties to India remain stronger, whether it is celebrating festival, speaking our language, or staying connected to the family. Cause back. We are part of India's extended global family. Today, India is playing an increasing important role on the world stage as a hub of innovation, as a voice for Global South, and as one of the fastest growing economies. We can be active partner in this journey by staying informed and engaging with Indian institutions and helping build bridge of collaboration between two countries. The Consul General of India, New York, is proud to work closely with the community in many ways. We are committed to improve the experience those who relies on our service. In closing, I want to thank the organizers of Sankalpa for their wonderful initiative and for the third edition and creating a beautiful space for reflection and concern. Let us continue to carry forward the value that we have shaped us, kindness, balance, learning, and community. Let us raise the next generation with the confidence in who they are, pride, and where they come from. And let us remember that whether in India or abroad, we are a part of a larger story, one that we continue to write together. Thank you all. Namaste.
So now we will start off to honor one of the distinguished guests that we have in our audience. I'll just want to invite Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan onto the stage, IAS officer, founder of Lok Satta Party, and I would also request our Honorable and Pujya Guruji, Sridhar Thalapaka Garu and Padma Garu, to come on the stage to get the felicitations underway. It's amazing to have an eminent dignitary who has served the government and then, after many years of his valuable administrative experience, decided to get into mainstream politics and face the people's problem head on, and that is exemplary. And I just want to share a bit of his bio before we get started. can we bring down the music? Music can go off, please. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan. A round of applause. I hope all of you have the energy back to cheer the house and the stage. A word about Jayaprakash ji. Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan is a physician by training who later went into the Indian Administrative Services cadre. What a fantastic way to get into government services directly at class 1 level. He was a topper in the IAS exam. Let's give a round of applause for that. During his 16 years of distinguished public service in various capacities, he acquired a formidable reputation in the erstwhile state of Andhra Pradesh. There you go. Our Guruji, Sivananda Guru Garu, also was in the police administration side, but serving the state government. And our Jayaprakash Narayan ji served in formidable reputation in the erstwhile state of Andhra Pradesh in his cadre. To translate his vision into practical reality, he resigned from the services in 1996. That's almost 2 decades ago. And he's, 3 decades ago. There I go. And it's almost, he's a veteran in the Indian political arena to understand grassroots problems and help tackle the same. And he has worked with like-minded colleagues for the formation of Lok Satta, the party, which has now emerged as India's leading civil society initiative for governance reforms. So RTI and other many such bills that got through have seen the light of the day by people who have put tireless efforts to strive and get them to be a part of the process in the mainstream activities that facilitate the common man particularly. So now I welcome Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan Garu, and once again a round of applause, and we would like to have the felicitations underway. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you again, and I would now like to welcome Jayaprakash ji to address the gathering with his insights on Bharatheeyatha and whatever else he wishes to quickly share. Thank you, sir.
Friends, thank you very much. I did not expect to be here, nor do I intend to test your patience by giving a long speech. Actually, I am very much opposed to speeches. We are far too fond of speaking in India without following up with action. But first of all, let me congratulate the Indian community in this country. The remarkable work you're doing, not only making us proud across the world, but also in propagating, nurturing, and spreading our philosophy, culture, civilization, arts, classical arts in particular. You have done a phenomenal job. We are very grateful to you for that, because you have been exceptional ambassadors to our country and our rich history of 5,000 years of civilization. Second, I would like to congratulate the Satsankalpa Foundation for making this remarkable effort. I know how difficult it is in a country like the United States to organize these things. The word Sankalpa is very interesting. It denotes both purpose and imagination, innovation. As the Sanskrit saying goes, Onkara parivrittam vishwam, Sankalpa parimitam drishyam. It is the aparimita, the expansive sankalpa that is making these things happen. Congratulations to the Talapaka couple, Sridhar and Padma, for their monumental work, and their colleagues and friends and volunteers for this. Third, what is so unique about our culture, as I understand? Every nation, every society, every civilization claims that they are unique. But I think we genuinely can say that there are some unique features in our culture and civilization. Perhaps the most important element of our culture, as I understand, is the notion of ekam sat, vipra bahudha vadanti. Truth is only one. The wise people, wise men and women, they pursue different paths or express in different ways. The ability to integrate, to accommodate, to assimilate is unique to Indian culture and civilization. That's the reason why we all should be justly proud. Because the kind of influences that impacted our geography, our territory, our culture for 5,000 years have been humongous. Without ever breaking our tradition, without ever rupturing from the past, we integrate it. And therefore, we made a phenomenal contribution to the world. For those of you who are not familiar, the younger people in particular, if you're interested, one of the more recent books, The Golden Road by William Dalrymple, that will be an instructive one. And a much more older book, a slimmer book, by A.L. Basham, The Wonder That Was India. Very instructive it would be. So my appeal is, across the world, let us never lose the sense of ability to integrate, to accumulate, to assimilate, to learn, and to spread. Professor Sthaneswar made a remarkable address. I think he hit the nail on the head. What is this whole business of morality or spiritualism? I have no claims over God. I have no understanding of God. I must be very candid with you. My wife was telling me, don't say that. I really don't understand much of it. But I have deepest respect for true spiritualism. Deepest respect for profound religiosity, not bigotry. Why? I think Professor Sthaneswar answered that very well today, obliquely though. Why did humanity need spiritualism? Why did humanity need divinity? Why did only this species invent God or imagine God? Because this species alone has a unique need. The need to reconcile, as Professor Sthaneswar said, individual goals with collective good. If one clashes with the other, if my pursuit of my goals, my desires, clashes with the collective good, then it's not sustainable. If the collective good is at the cost of individual advancement, that's not sustainable either. It is this recognition that made humanity seek ways of moderating human behavior, seek ways of defining morality, seek the spiritual path. I'm sure there are many, many interpretations of religion, but to me this is the most important one. Because a country like India with this diversity, enormous, unmatched diversity in human history, with this vast size and complexity, with 22 languages, if we are able to maintain order and peace, relatively speaking, it's not because of the forces of rule of law. It's not because of the laws and the constitution and the government. It's because there's an innate sense of dharma, transcending religion, a sense of right and wrong that impacts our thinking, our behavior intuitively, because that's the way we are brought up, that's the way we think. If most people behave sensibly, follow the straight and narrow path, it's not because of the fear of the policeman or the law court. It's because of the social controls. It's because of the spiritualism. It's because of the sense of dharma, right and wrong. What will my parents think if word gets back to them about my behavior? What will my peers and others think? What will society think? It became integral to our society. Just imagine, you have been living in this country for decades. Imagine there's no rule of law. Imagine you can't trust the police forces to maintain order. You can't trust the courts to give justice. Much of it is true in India. And then imagine how the society would be if it's not India. How chaotic, how utterly anarchic, brutal, violent it might be. And yet, we're a remarkably peaceful, harmonious, orderly society. If nothing else, we need to preserve our heritage and culture and civilization for that one reason. Let me conclude. As I said, I have not come here to give a long speech. Nor do I have the authority to speak with any great degree of knowledge or erudition. You know, Socrates, he had this problem one day. His disciple had a problem one day. One of his disciples stood up and said, "Master, for 20 years I've listened to the discourses between you and my other colleagues. I have not once stood up and opened my mouth. Was it right or was it wrong to be silent all this time?" he said. Socrates, the great philosopher that he was, gave an answer that was at once applicable for all humanity for all time. He said, "If you are a wise man, then you are a fool. If you are a fool, then you are a wise man." Let me decipher. It took me a bit of time to decipher myself. He said, if you are a wise man, if your words have value to other people around you, you are a fool in having concealed your wisdom. If you are a fool anyway, what you think and what you say are of no consequence to those around you, then you are a wise man in having concealed your ignorance. So I'll try and conceal my ignorance. But what I appeal to you is, I don't know if there is a God, as I told you. Even as I have deep respect for spiritualism. But I do believe that there is sin. I believe there are two great sins, both of which our motherland, your ancestral land and our motherland, both of which our country is full of. One is unfulfilled potential. Human beings alone have the unique distinction that they have to be nurtured, they have to be taught in order to harness their skills. Because nature or God endowed them with potential by birth. Every child, irrespective of parentage, caste, creed, religion, faith, wealth of the parents, or education of parents, every child is endowed with the potential. If that potential is not harnessed because the society did not work enough to fulfill that potential, give them an opportunity and dignity, then that is a great sin. The second great sin is avoidable suffering. Now, old age is inevitable. Passing of human beings is inevitable. We grieve as individuals, but it's inevitable. Sometimes incurable disease, we hope we don't get it, but if we get it, with the current level of knowledge, there's nothing much we can do. Inevitable, at least for the time being. But there's a whole lot of tragedy. There's a whole lot of suffering, which is wholly avoidable. And yet, we're not able to avoid it. These two are the greatest scourges. To me, the greatest meaning of spiritualism and a way of celebrating our ancient culture and civilization, to enhance our pride, to give us dignity, to make us stand tall and proud, is eliminating these two sins. The sin of unfulfilled potential and the sin of avoidable suffering. And all of you are doing remarkable work in that respect too. Thank you for the work you're doing for India and for holding aloft the civilizational flag of India in this great land of United States of America. Once again, thank you to Satsankalpa Foundation for the remarkable work, and thank you for your kindness and courtesy. Thank you very much.
So may I request our special guest tonight, Dr. Uma Vaijayantimala Karlakuri Garu, along with Sridhar Talapaka Garu and Padma Garu, onto the stage, and to felicitate the distinguished guest, that is a special guest, Dr. Uma Karlakuri Garu. With several accolades to her name, Dr. Uma Vaijayantimala Karlakuri Garu is a revered guru in the world of Indian classical dance, Marking the inception of a storied career, she was hailed as a prodigy, winning the gold medal in the All India Dance Competition at a very young age. She has received numerous national and international accolades for her exceptional skills in Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam, and various other dance styles. As a prominent artist on the Doordarshan television network and a recipient of the Talent Search Scholarship, Dr. Uma's empanelment with the Indian Council for Cultural Relations underscores her contributions to the rich cultural tapestry of India. The Indian Education Department featured a documentary called Andhra Pradesh Darshan that showcased her performances at temples all over the Telugu states. Under the guidance of Sadguru Dr. Kandukuri Shivananda Murthy Guru Garu, she had a blessed journey where her interest in the topic of dance and yoga culminated into a dissertation called Natya and Yoga, a comparative study. She spent many hours immersing herself in Guruji's teachings and discussions, leading her to obtaining a PhD from Sri Potti Sri Ramulu Telugu University in Hyderabad, India. As the founder and director of Nrityamala Dance Academy, she passes on her deep-rooted dedication for Indian dance by teaching the next generation students the essence of Indian classical dance. Established in 1984, the Academy has presence in India, USA, Canada, and Australia. Dr. Uma Kalakuri Garu, an exceptional performer, experienced educator, and respected dance historian, imparts knowledge at various universities, both as a faculty member and as a guest speaker. Having held various leadership roles, notably as the president of the Indian Association in the Midwest, she spearheaded the development of an Indian youth enrichment program impacting K-12 students. She played a crucial part in starting the Festival of India, an annual event held on India's Independence Day in collaboration with Illinois State University. With a thriving professional dance career and a path that allows her to uphold the values of Sanatana Dharma, her contributions resonate and encourage future generations to remain intertwined with the heritage and cultural ethos of India. Also, she was the recipient of Sivananda Smriti Puraskar at Bharatheeyatha 2024 event. Now, may I request Sridhar Garu and Padma Garu to felicitate Dr. Uma Garu. May I now request Dr. Uma Garu to address the audience.
Surrendering at the lotus feet of my Sadguru, Sri Sivananda Murthy Garu, the distinguished guests and audience members in this assembly, Namaskaram. This is a privilege to witness and be part of this grand celebration, Bharatheeyatha, for the second consecutive year. And I'll be fortunate if we can keep coming back and be part of this. And thank you for including me. I congratulate the exceptional human beings today that were awarded with the Sivananda Smriti Puraskar. I bow to them and then thank you for sharing their wisdom with us. Sometimes I wonder, what do we do to follow in the footsteps of our forefathers, our seers? Now the world and their ways have changed. So one thing comes to my mind: to understand, to gain knowledge of their ways, and then following their footsteps, one has to connect with the nature. And the other thing is, pray intensely for a Sadguru, so that the Paramaguru Tattvam comes, takes a chosen form that is appropriate, comes to you, takes your hand, and leads you in the right path. So I urge everyone, one thing is to pray for a Sadguru, and the second one is to understand, go to the actual sources, the original works. Try to read Puranas, which are interesting, with a lot of stories, and explains the different lineages, the stories, the valor, the spiritual enlightenment, and the great personalities. And later on, delve into a deeper study. Find an Acharya and learn about the Vedas, the Upanishads, and many other such things. Finally, Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself gave us Bhagavad Gita. In a simple way, if we can read and try to understand, find an Acharya and learn the commentary, the meanings of Bhagavad Gita, I think we will understand how to live and be relevant in this world. At the same time, enjoying all the technology, all the relevant things in this present world, but deeply rooted in Sanatana Dharma. Our generation, their responsibility is to pass on these which we have gained through the experiences of the seers, the knowledge, the wisdom, so that the next generations can practice and gain what is the final destination. I know today, Sarada Suntigaru, she's not here present, but might be watching the live stream. And I want to congratulate personally her too. And I call her Amma. Amma, Sarada, Amma, and Babai Garu, Namaskaram, and congratulations. And then we will try to follow what you have said and shared with us today, what the Guruji has talked about. Being an NRI, or being, living in a different country, in our adopted country, as a responsible citizen, both, to our Swadesha and the Desa we have adopted, America, I think we should always, try to linger upon our roots, pass on to the next generations in the newer ways. One good thing is reading. Next one is listening. Third one is watching. Today we had a wonderful presentation of Agastya, what other way we need to understand and contemplate on what was being said in a beautiful way. Our fine arts, especially, when you talk about Natya, a theatrical, production, we have all the different things. Natya has been hailed upon in Natya Shastra as the Panchama Veda. It is said in the origin of Natya, sage Bharata, the author of Natya Shastra, says that Lord Brahma has created Natya by borrowing different aspects from the 4 Vedas and created the Panchama Veda, Natya. And this Natya is not only entertainment, but very educational. I think that completely, showcased today's production, and I congratulate the whole team who had performed in the journey of Agastya, the storytelling. So looking at all these things, I think very humbly, I request Sridhar Guruji and thank him for putting the seed into the minds of us and all the other people, all the other volunteers, so that it becomes a great vriksha, or the tree, that benefits the entire world. Thank you so much for having me today. Sarve sujana sukhino bhavantu. Sarve jana sujana bhavantu. Swasti.
Thank you so much, Dr. Uma Garu. And moving on to the conclusion part of today's event, may I call on Srimati Chitra Murthy Lavu for the next segment. Chitra, please. Yeah.
Namaste, everyone. Koti Koti pranams to the lotus feet of my Bhagwan and all the gurus. It's such a delight to be here, and we will be concluding this program today with a few more honorees. And just one logistical thing I want to say, there are dinner boxes for those that are leaving early, so you may want to grab some dinner before you leave, so please don't leave without dinner. And I would also like to request all the kids backstage to come be ready. Let's stay ready, because we're going to sing the national anthem before we conclude. And let me just first, before we get there, call upon stage Shri Gayatri Garu and Prasad Vadlamanati. Gayatri Garu is actually the daughter of Sadguru Sivananda Murthy Garu, and we are extremely delighted to have them both here. Many of you may not have met them. Let's give them a huge round of applause and invite them on stage to thank our sponsors. This event would not be possible without the support of the wonderful sponsors in our community. So I'm going to call out some of the names, and if they're in the auditorium, I kindly request you to please come up. Prasad Gupta Chitluri from Vega Jewelers. Let's give a huge round of applause as I call out these names, guys. R.K. Garu from Spice Town. Ravi Bandaru from Sartec. A huge team here from California. Kudos to them. Kumar Elappan from Mathnasium South Windsor. Sharad Garu from Pepper's Restaurant in Manchester. And the list is growing every year, and this is only the third year. So we can imagine how this is going to grow leaps and bounds. So please spread the word. And it's truly a delight to have both Gayatri Garu and Prasad Garu here to do the honors for these wonderful sponsors. God bless you all, and thank you for your support. Please come on to the stage. Let's give them all a huge round of applause. Do we have anybody else? And we'll make sure to get them these plaques if they're not here. Moving on, we could also not have done this fabulous program that we all just witnessed without the support of the photographers, the videographers, and the audio setup. So I'd like to first call upon Nick Powell on our AV from North Peak Sound. He was fantastic. He was managing so many different sounds, so we could all have a great experience. So let's give it up for Nick Powell. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you. God bless you. Let's call upon Rakesh Nara on photography. Is Rakesh here? Thank you, Rakesh. I know you're somewhere capturing pictures for all of us. There he comes. Huge kudos to Rakesh Nara. Thank you so much. Karunakaran Sajjana on videography is our videographer here, please. We've got all these golden moments so we can reminisce and that'll stay on for the next generation so they can look at it someday and say, hey, we too want to be part of Bharatheeyatha. So thank you so much, Karunakaran. Let's give them a huge round of applause, everyone. I would also like to thank the school custodians, the Avon High School, the entire staff. They have let us use this auditorium for the community today, so we're very grateful, and I'm sure many of our kids go to school here as well. So thank you, Avon High School. Thank you so much, Gayatri Garu and Prasad Garu. You may kindly take a seat. Next, I want to, it takes a village, they say, to do any kind of an event, whether it's a wedding or imagine running an event for Bharat, away from Bharat. Did you all feel like we were in a little bit of little India today?
Yes.
I can't hear you guys. And the light's too bright. Yeah, I too felt like we were taken back to India, and I think we all got to be part of that beautiful spirit of light and Bharat. So I want to, first of all, thank the board of the Sat Sankalpa Foundation. Many people don't know the magic makers behind the scenes, and we have teams both in the USA and India. I want to call their names out because they're extremely humble, and nobody wants credit. But I think Kritagnata is our culture. So I have to call their names out and thank them. We are extremely grateful because this is a great service to our community and our future generations. So on the USA board, if the board members are here, you can please stand up or come up right in front of the stage. I'm going to mention all the names. So if you need to reach out to any of the board members, everybody can do that. Shri Sridhar Talapaka, Sadguru Sridhar Talapaka Garu. Where is he not? He's everywhere. He's our leader, champion, divine preceptor for making this board happen. So he sits on both the India and the USA board. We also have Vishnu Yalala, Hanumant Kotumaraju, Kishore Reddy Gopi Reddy, Srinivas Rayapur Reddy, Swarna Chilakapudi, and the wonderful Madhuri Dash. This is our USA board. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you've done to bring this day. And there are some amazing people who sit on the India board. Shri Shravan Arutla, Shri Hariharan Ramnathan, Shri Suresh Yaram, Shri Venu Madhav Vunala, Srimati Srivani Nandiraju, Srimati Madhavi Kaluva, Srimati Aarti Murthy Krishna. And that is the team, guys. And, they have worked so many hours to bring this day through the cultural collaboration you saw, working day and night to make sure we bring the best possible to the community and have all our dignitaries and the guests, the awardees. We thank you all. I know we are all ready to wrap for the day, but I just wanted to really thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. And before we get to the national anthem, I just want to call upon the stage, my guru, who is truly 1 in a million. And I know he's 1 in a million for many of you. And he gives us all these beautiful divine experiences because of his grace and blessings of that universal consciousness. I think we're all able to become better human beings first. And it comes down to that loving gratitude that our Bharat has taught us. Growing up as a child, I have seen my grandfather, fold his palms. When any guest came home, we walked out till the door and we said thank you for every guest. So I just want to dedicate this small shloka to everyone, and you can join me if you know this. It's Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. And once we realize the potential of this in our lives, there's not a place we will not see Guru or any form of divine. You will naturally progress towards becoming better human beings first. So we are very, very grateful to all the Maharishis, Sri Agastya Maharshi especially, who we got to see his story. That itself is a blessing. And I truly believe that gratitude brings grace. And by that, as Sridhar Garu said, it can break molds of karma that we carry. And when we, from our hearts, are able to thank our parents, our elders, the wonderful masters of light, the rishis, the navagrahas, the panchabhutas, there's so many aspects of this creation, but ultimately the creator, we are God ourselves. I think that is what Bharat brings to the world, and we ought to maximize that potential. And we have a beautiful satsang, a gurukulam, and that's been the theme this year. We've heard so many gurukulams emerging everywhere. We have one right here in Connecticut that is run by our Sadguru Sridhar Garu with the blessings of our Sadguru Sivananda Murthy's grace. It is called Gurusthan. And Sridhar Garu patiently answers every question that any soul, he's talking to souls, not just people. For those who don't know him, we can talk about it at dinner later. But, if you're interested to be part of the satsang, ongoing satsangs, please let us know. We'll be sure to connect you to the Gurusthan part of our Satsankalpa Foundation. So these Gurukulams can flourish everywhere, so the kids can benefit from these great learnings. So I wanted to make sure I share that with all of you so you can take that to your children and families. And finally, I would like to now call upon Bala Ganeshan, if he's in the house from California, Abhirami from Wisconsin, to please come on stage so that we have a small token of our love and affection for our master, Sadguru Sridhar Talapaka Garu and Padma, who have been so instrumental in transforming lives. They're truly humble. They're giving back so much to humanity. Sridhar Garu has actually helped establish a Gurusthan in the Wisconsin Shirdi Sai Temple. So this is a global movement that is spreading beyond borders, beyond Connecticut, connecting India and the USA. And this is the need of the hour. So thank you both for joining me. And I'd like to now call upon our Guru, our Master, our one in a million Guru, Sridhar Garu and Padma, to please come on stage. As some of the students, we represent the student council. There's so many. They're all spread out. They're probably watching online in Gurusthan. This is from all of us everywhere. And I know I'm not alone when I share this, and I would like to genuinely offer this. We started this program with light, And we're also going to, before we get into our national anthem, end this by offering the lamp of our love, our affection for our master, Sadguru Sivananda Garu, Sridhar Garu, Sainath Maharaj for many, several rishis that go on. So please come up on stage, Sridhar Garu and Padma. Let's give a huge round of applause and a standing ovation for this beautiful gift of Sat Sankalpa they have brought to all of humanity. Bala. Thank you, Sridhar Garu. Thank you, Padma, for all your Shraddha, Saburi, patience with all of us. Now, I'll just take 30 seconds. If you can just comfortably, whether you're standing, sitting, doesn't matter, just close your eyes for a second. Let's all close our eyes. We're just going to take 30 seconds. Just relax and breathe. And Guruji has said, practice is what's going to get us there. We did a lot of beautiful things today, but let's just unwind. Let's close our eyes. Om. 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 Let's visualize a beautiful light in the center of our hearts. A bright, shining light. Let's imagine this light going all around the creation. Let's send all our blessings and gratitude to our motherland, Bharat, to all the great masters, the rishis, all of the people, all the Bharatheeyas across the world beyond Bharat. Let's thank and send this beautiful light across. And I believe this gratitude today that we're all offering in the divine presence of Sadhguru Sivananda Murthy Garu will protect, bless, heal, and truly make Bharat the future Gurustan. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Now we're ready to do our national anthem. Yeah, so can I have a few people join us to do? Okay. Let's start the national anthem. Thank you, United States of America. Thank you. Let's roll the Indian national anthem. Mata ki! Bharat Mata ki! Bharat Mata ki! Thank you all. Now we have the rolling credits. I also want to mention that the beautiful grand finale song that you heard was actually composed by Sri Murali Krishna Garu. And he's in the auditorium somewhere, so be sure to connect with him and thank him for that wonderful song.
Bharatheeyatha, Bharati Hridaya Sandarshanamo, Bharatheeyatha, Satsang.
Thank you to our distinguished guests, all our award winners, the prior year winners. Thank you, everyone. Please be sure to have dinner. Don't leave without dinner. Make a new friend from Bharat right here. Meet a new person you didn't meet before. Have a fabulous, fabulous year ahead. Until the next event, we'll see you again. Thank you all. Namaste.
భరతమునీంద్రుల భవసృష్టియై ఋషి మహర్షుల దివ్య దృష్టియై శివానంద కరుణావృష్టియై సత్సంకల్ప భారతీయత సత్సంకల్ప భారతీయత భారతీయత దినదిన ప్రవర్ధమానమగుచు విశ్వఖ్యాతి విఖ్యాతి నొందుచు ఆత్మజ్యోతి అయి ప్రకాశించుచు జగత్ కళ్యాణ కారణమగుచు భావరాగతాళమోదమౌ మన భారతీయత సత్కారములే భారతీయత సనాతన ధర్మ సంస్థాపనయే భారతీయత వివిధ రంగముల నిష్ణాతులను స్వాగతించగా సన్మానించగా